Kobolds, welcome to this episode of Chef Bytes. Today, we're going to be doing a veggie kimchi fried rice. Now, fried rice is probably one of my favorite dishes of all time to both cook and eat. It is flexible and there are just endless variations on how to make it. And here's one of my favorite versions. It's spicy, there's a ton of umami. You can either eat it by itself or as a side dish to complement something else, maybe like another protein or something. Let's get cooking. Our first step is to get our sauce together. So we're just going to take all of our sauce ingredients and just mix them all together. And I really like this combination of ingredients for their balance of spicy from the Sambal Oelek, the sweetness from the Hoisin sauce, and the umami from both the soy sauce and the oyster sauce. It's a really good combination here. Next, we're going to take 3 eggs at room temperature and just whisk them together for a healthy pinch of salt for our scramble. If you wanted to go the extra mile for the Kenji Lopez method, you can toss in a tablespoon of cornstarch as well. I just entirely forgot to do it. Finally, it's time to dice up all of our veg. You're going to want to keep everything relatively the same size so they all cook evenly in the stir fry. You can use any combination of veggies you want for this dish. Here, I'm just using 1 red onion, a yellow bell pepper for the extra color, and some carrots for their texture. And the reason why I use baby carrots is just because they were literally all I had on hand at the time of filming. Go figure. Now, into our very hot wok, I have about 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and we're going to fry our ginger and garlic for about 10 seconds until fragrant. And yes, if you cook as much as I do, having minced garlic and ginger already on hand, even the bottled stuff is a godsend. Trust me on this one. Once those are fragrant, in go our veggies for about 2 to 3 minutes just to get the rawness cooked off. And then in goes our kimchi, and unfortunately there wasn't as much kimchi in the jar as I had hoped. I usually go for about a 1/4 cup of the stuff for this recipe, but it was still a good amount for this dish, and when combined with the Sambal Oelek already in the sauce, it gives this dish a nice pervasive heat. Now here, I'm going to move everything off to one side to allow our eggs some solid contact with the heat of the wok. And I'm just going to leave them there a bit before stirring. You really want to scramble the eggs first before you start tossing everything together, or else you're just going to end up with everything coated in eggs. And now once the eggs are fully incorporated, it's time to add our rice. And it's best to use leftover rice here, since most of their moisture will have evaporated at this point. You're going to want about 3 to 4 cups of rice for this recipe. Fry and then mix everything together and just make sure to work out any errant rice clumps before we add the sauce. And now once the sauce hits the wok, just stir and mix and everything together and we're ready to plate up. This dish is one of my favorites because it's just so versatile and obviously delicious. The rice grains absorb all of the flavor of the sauce and it plays really well with the other vegetables in the dish. The heat from the kimchi and the sambal is the perfect foil to the umami and slight sweetness from the hoisin and the oyster sauce. Again, you can serve it just as is, or you can pair it with another protein as I did here with some orange chicken that I picked up at Aldi's and also entirely forgot to film making. Yeah, that one's on me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, Kobolds. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you on the next one.